Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Malicious Compliance. In today's episode, manager tries to crack down on dress code, I respond by wearing yoga pants to work. I hope you get paid how much for feel like you deserve. Hiring a person on the shortest notice and expecting everything in an instant. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Manager tries to crack down on dress code, I respond by wearing yoga pants to work. So I 34M used to work at a popular convenience store, really popular with a cult-like following, chain years ago. I've always been a bit of a clown but very good at following rules while doing so. After working there a few years and seeing managers come and go, we got in a new woman who was just miserable and really wanted to flex her authority. Shortly after she started, she posted the uniform portion of the handbook in the break room and started complaining about people's attire, but clearly took the biggest issue with girls wearing yoga pants. So me being the petty rule follower, I combed through the policy and noticed some things in the wording. The rules stated that yoga pants are allowed as long as the ankles flared, and there was no gender designation for these articles. Malicious Compliance, I and a friend went to Walmart after work and bought me a couple pairs of flared yoga pants. Now mind you, I'm not a huge guy, but I am chubby and have a big beard. I began wearing them almost every day I worked, and especially if she was working. This infuriated her. I would regularly hear her protests and even saw her go to the AGM and GM. Their response was always, "I can't say anything, he's in dress code L." This continued for a month tops before she requested a transfer. But what made it even more fun was trolling weird pervert customers. They would stand at the deli area and gawk at the young ladies working, especially if they were bent over the hot food table. When I would notice this, I would sidle over beside them and give the boys two butts to look at before whipping my head around and making eye contact with them. The level of disgust on their faces filled my heart with joy. I bet you looked great in those yoga pants. The best was at the register when I didn't need to wear an apron and got to ask them, "Would you like a bag with that?" and gesturing down, LOL. Not only were you MC with the boss, but you were protecting your co-workers, all with one fashion faux pas. Good for you. Both sides of it were for my co-workers. They should be allowed to be comfortable. It's not their fault people are creeps. I bet you were super comfy on those days too. I'm a guy and have no idea how comfy they actually are, but my wife loves them and says they're very comfortable. Dude, they were comfy as hell. I still own them bad boys. My 11-year-old son has exclusively worn leggings for 5 years now, and my 9-year-old son wears them frequently. They're soft, just the right amount of warmth all year, stretchy, don't limit the positions they can contort into, and my 9-year-old doesn't tear out the knees like he does in jeans, he shreds them by hand once a tiny hole appears. So win-win in my book. This might be my favorite post on this sub. Like ever. I hope you get paid how much for feel like you deserve. About a year ago, I was speaking to my boss about how hard inflation has been hitting me. I was speaking to him about if there was a possibility of getting a raise due to the additional responsibilities I now have, or I might have to look for a new job. My boss proceeded to tell me good luck with my search and that he hopes I get paid how much I feel like I deserve. Now I am working a job that pays me almost 50% more than what I was paid, with less responsibilities and less stress while they are struggling to replace me. I hope they get an employee with the skills they feel like they deserve. I asked my boss for a raise 2 weeks ago because my kids' daycare rates went up due to inflation, and he told me the best he could do was $1 per hour extra starting in December 1st. So I have an interview on Friday for a job offering almost $5 per hour more with a $2,000 sign on bonus plus benefits, insurance, PTO, vacation, holiday pay, and better hours, willing to give me time off if the daycare closes for any reason like weather, holidays they normally would be open, etc. All the best with the interview. That sounds fantastic. Just remember, your current job doesn't have to give you 2 weeks' notice when they want to get rid of you. Be sure to give them the same courtesy. Your last sentence is pure gold. From a company perspective, they will never be interested in your bills or financial obligations. What you need to do is point out your value to the company, the income you bring in, the additional responsibilities you've taken on, the unique skill set that you have, market rate for your role, if you're very underpaid. Make the conversation about how having you on board benefits the company. Hiring a person on the shortest notice and expecting everything in an instant. Right now I am the sole IT personnel. Both my colleagues are on a well-deserved vacation. So naturally I am very busy, and with 3 projects coming to an end in a few weeks, it's impossible to do that and all daily tasks. 2 days ago the higher-ups informed us at roughly 9 p.m. that the next day a new employee would start. As expected, I did not have login credentials ready when the employee started yesterday at 7 a.m. After I got into the office, I was asked what happened and I explained that I can't create a login while asleep. I was told that this person is highly skilled and needs to work ASAP. I told them it needs time and they will get the credentials within the day. So I created the user and scheduled the mail with the credentials to 11:55 p.m. Got asked today why it was so late and I told them I delivered in time and I can't split myself into 2 people. Don't you love it when that happens? Like, this is Tom. He started 3 days ago and he needs a computer and account yesterday, especially when there is no stock. Or, oh yeah, this guy quit 3 months ago, can you disable his access? I bet they think it's just a matter of picking a fresh laptop out of the cupboard and handing it over to the new employee. They don't think it needs a user account setting up, creating all the access rights in all the systems and then configuring the laptop with what apps they need. Nicely done on your part, making sure you do it right rather than doing it too fast. But why are you even looking at work stuff at 9 p.m. anyway? Wasn't looking, the mail with all the information just came at that evening. You only got informed this morning, as who reads work mails at 9 p.m., so the delivery was really fast. Don't even start arguing about that you have too much other stuff to do. It sounds like an excuse and they don't know/care. I love getting new user setup requests on Friday at 4:50 p.m. for a Monday morning start. We've got 20 new people starting next week. Can you have accounts and machines ready for them by Monday? This was on a Wednesday afternoon. No. The SLA on new starters is 2 weeks, plus we don't have 20 spare laptops, so I couldn't do it even if I did have the time. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.